We're Team 3 and our tech tip is Kahoot. I'm Emily Sempt.
I'm Fran Torres.
I'm Kaylee Kleehammer.
And I'm Lindsay Christ.
Why use Kahoot? It keeps students active, it reinforces learned material, it tests their content knowledge, and furthers class discussion. Protecting personal information through federal laws and what teachers can do. Kahoot protects the rights and personal information of their users. They don't sell user information and they don't use targeted ads. And teachers can also communicate with their students that their information is safe, but if they feel uncomfortable, they can play anonymously, and teachers can request the school to have Kahoot vetted. How teachers can integrate this technology into the classroom, assessing knowledge and understanding of the concept at the end of the lesson. Instead of using a worksheet at the end of the lesson for an assessment, teachers can use Kahoot. It's a fun and effective way to measure which concepts your students fully understand and where reinforcement is needed. If you're looking to end class on an exciting note, Kahoot is a great way to have fun while also utilizing class concepts.
It's also a good class attention grabber and pre-assessment of content knowledge and understanding. You can use Kahoot as a class starter to get students engaged and excited at the beginning of class. You can also use Kahoot before introducing a new concept as a form of pre-assessment to see how much students know about the new content. It can also be used throughout a lesson to measure student engagement and understanding. This can be done by introducing content, then using Kahoot to see what students understand and have them answer why the answer is correct. It can also be a fun quiz/test review and encourage teamwork and communication. Teachers can use Kahoot as a review before a quiz or test to help better prepare the students for the exam. It is a fun and engaging way to prepare the students for their tests and reinforce content. Teachers can also separate their students into groups/two teams to play Kahoot, which encourages communication and teamwork.
Now we're going to take a look at the Kahoot webpage. So when you sign on to Kahoot, this is your homepage. Everybody should have made their Kahoot account. And so after you've made your account, this is the page you're going to see. In the left-hand corner, you'll see your name, your plan, and you can add any interests that you'd like. Here in the center, this big green box is when you first start Kahoot. It has these 3 steps to help you get more familiar with this specific account. I just have the create a Kahoot done. Right below that is collections. In collections, you can make groups of different Kahoots. So if you want your 6th period science class to have a specific set of Kahoots, you can add them all there and it's for easy access. You can also find them through your library and you can discover other Kahoots that people have made. So if you want to find a Kahoot about genetics, you just type it in, hit enter, and you can see all of the Kahoots that other people have made, and you can play these ones with your class. Going back to the home page, here on the right is the Kahoots I have made. You can also make team spaces where you can work together in a team to make them. Another nice thing about Kahoot is you have the reports. So there's a reports tab here, and you will also see your latest reports down here on the bottom right. This will tell you about the engagement, how well everybody's doing, and which questions were answered better than others. So I'm going to click on my Kahoot here, and I made my Kahoot about Disney princesses just because I know a lot about them. If I wanted to play this, I would click this button and I can either assign this as a project for them to finish on their own time, or I can click teach, and that way it will send out to everybody. The class can do team if they're sharing a device. So if you have iPads or something in your classroom and you want to group your tables as different teams, they can work together. Or 1v1 player is our classic mode. You can use your phone to connect to this. So it gives us a game pin at the top, and if you have the Kahoot app, you can enter it in right there, and then everybody will join in. They will create a username, and you can play your game. So Making a Kahoot is as easy as clicking create a Kahoot, and I just have to click on this blue button here at the top. And there are multiple ways you can do that. You can create one, a brand new one, or you can choose a template. So here we would start a question and we could write any question. So I could write the sky is what color? And I could add any images I'd like here. I can upload images or I can go through their image library. And if I scroll down, I can add as many questions or answers as I'd like. If you add a question, it'll ask you what type of question you want to answer. These ones with the crown are for premium. So if you're using the free version, you can pick either quiz, like the last one, where you can have up to 4 answers, or true or false. So if we did true or false, there's true or false, and then you just click the one that is the correct answer, and it will keep that saved for you. And you can also change the time limit for each question up to, it looks like 6 minutes. And you can change how many points it's worth. So if it's a really hard question or something that they're really supposed to know, you can make it double points. And when you're all done with it, oh, you have to enter a title. So I'm going to write demo and click done. If I click done, it's going to validate my Kahoot. And it's upset with me because I didn't add any answers, but so I can either edit it or keep it as draft. Otherwise, it would let me just save it. And it would show up here in my Kahoot's library. So I have my recents, my drafts, and any favorites. You can also share them with other people. And it ends up being a really fun time for everybody. They're really easy to make. So I'm going to turn it over to Kaylee to talk about your assessment.
So for your assessment, you were supposed to already have created a Kahoot account. It's a team assessment, so you guys can work together to come up with the questions. You can pick any topic that you want that's appropriate, up to 2 to 3 questions, and it should take you guys about 10 to 15 minutes to complete based on which topic you want to choose for this assessment.
We hope you guys have a lot of fun using Kahoot in your future endeavors and making them with your groups. And we thank you very much for listening to our Tech Tip.